So the main thing that we want to talk about today is an update on our in-person gatherings. Okay, so we have been virtual for on and off and on again now for just over 2 years because of the pandemic, and we have, been for the last few months really trying to listen and discern and understand what is going to be best for our community moving forward. And so today we want to talk a bit about that. But first we want to say here's 3 things that we know to be true as we sort of get into this house note here. Is first, Sojourn's values as it has pertained to responding to COVID has been, you might describe it as like short to go virtual and slow to go back in person. Right? Like short to respond, like,
Sorry
okay.
about the face. I was just short.
You know how
Why
like the
are we
Bible
talking
says,
about
like
short
the
too?
Lord is slow to anger and quick to forgive. We are quick to cancel and slow to return, kind of thing. But it has been driven by this sense of trying to care for and be.
That's what Lily said earlier.
Yeah, be accessible. So we went virtual real
And
quick.
we're just trying to prioritize protecting the most vulnerable among us and making service accessible.
And then as we even like last fall went back in person, being slow to that, we did these Sabbath Sundays because we were like, hey, we're not going to just suddenly like pull the curtain back. We're all back in person, like just slow to that. So that's the one thing. Number 2 is the altered landscape of our Sojourn community. So we have over the last 2+ years now found many of you, and you have found
Colby calls
us.
you our accidental baby.
I have referred to you as such. Like, whoops. Guess we
whoops
have
baby.
this.
Oh, yeah, you say our
oopsie
whoopsie baby.
Oopsie, not whoopsie.
Okay, oopsie.
Just, yeah.
Oops.
Anyway, like, so we have now a vast global community that we can't just leave behind, like you are part of the Sojourn community now. And
we don't want to leave you behind.
We don't want to.
Which is part of why when Omicron happened and we went back to this again, and then the rest of the world went back to in-person again. That's why we didn't do that again, because it just was like last time we tried it, it felt like we left you. We left virtual. Did that make sense?
Yes.
What?
I just really like this comment. I got my handy dandy notebook.
I know.
Ready
I
for
like
the big
fantastic.
announcement.
I like it.
We were big Blues
I like
Clues.
it. All right, what's next?
Yeah. So, and then the third thing that we know to be true is that Sojo, from the beginning, we have been a community that has adapted, that has innovated, that has experimented. I mean, one of our mantras from the beginning is like, I don't know, we'll try it, we'll learn a lot and figure
If it doesn't work,
it
we'll
out.
do something else. How many iterations of Sojo there have been? Many.
Yeah. And third weighing, which is our way of saying, like, what if we can do both? What if we can both and this? What if
Donna
we can
says her
yes
video
and?
keeps interrupting, but you haven't missed the news yet. We're still leading
Yeah,
up
we're
to
still
it.
getting there. We're
Okay,
still
let's
killing
get
the
there. Let's get there.
marquees. Sorry.
Let's get there.
So then, all that to say, our plan for moving ahead is this, that we are going to continue Sunday morning live stream, virtual church. So Donna said, stay virtual, please. So
Flamey in that
I
picture
love
is
that.
fantastic.
That seems like a good
That's the one you picked.
I had minimal time this morning to
Yeah.
just grab a freeze frame, and that's
Yeah.
just where.
Nothing weird going on back there.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
So we are going to continue providing this space and this connection live from the Pink Fireplace, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Not going anywhere.
That's not going to go away, and we're going to continue that. And this is the yes and. This is the third wing. This is not going just this way or that way. It's doing both. And we are also going to begin Sunday.
Nothing happened. Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
It's going a bit slow this morning. We're also going to begin a brand new Sunday evening service at 5 p.m. at St. Luke's Episcopal Church in North Park. So we're both handing this. We're saying virtual, continue Sunday morning, and let us resume our in-person weekly gatherings. And why don't you say a bit about the new venue? Because this is a different venue than when we kind of reopened last fall.
When we kind of reopened last fall, when we tried reopening in the middle of COVID still, one of our biggest goals was to reduce the amount of set up tear down work. Sojourn has always met in a space that isn't already a church, so we have to, like a box that we have to set up and tear down, like a gym, school gym, and then when we met at Christ Lutheran, it was a gym. So we tried moving to the school thinking that that was going to solve that problem, and what we found is that it didn't. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be. In fact, it was just as much work, and we were all just really struggling with it. And so we knew that whatever we did when we finally did reintroduce in person again, it had to be in a real, like a church built. You just
Facility designed for
Yeah.
churching.
you can't do anything like what we do without having it already set up. And it's just important to be in a building like that. So we've had a couple of gatherings there.
Yeah, we've sort of tested
and
it out.
It works. It's a lot less work. And it's a great facility with people we love at
Yes.
St. Luke's. We've always had a relationship with St. Luke's and done things there. And so we love them.
We
what
almost
they're
rented
doing
their facility like
North Park.
6 years ago when we
Yeah.
were moving to a new church. It was almost, but at the time, you can see a little thumbnail down there. You can see at the time their sanctuary was like super traditional, so the pews were
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the way. But since then, they've done a lot of work to sort of create this horseshoe modern environment with screens on the sides. So it's a really, I don't know. I think it'll be a really great. I'm super excited about it. Really great.
We were
venue.
very excited to move to North Park when we moved to the school, and then the school didn't work out. So we're super happy to stay in North Park, and everything at St. Luke's is community oriented. There's always stuff going on there, people being fed, people cooking food, people doing service, and it's very North Parky. So we're excited.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're doing both.
Hold on. So
virtual
when
and
does this
in-person.
begin? It begins. Yeah, never. Sunday, July 3rd. Okay. Sunday, July 3rd. So in 2 months, we are going to begin this plan to do live stream and in-person services at St. Luke's at North Park, 5 p.m. on Sunday. And we went back and forth quite a bit on the Sunday evening thing. And you might have mentioned this, forgive me if I'm saying it again, but part of why it's Sunday evening is so that we can continue doing Sunday morning virtual. And because we knew we wanted to and sort of needed to rent out a church facility,
They're not available on Sunday
churches
mornings.
tend to have it in use on Sunday
So-
morning. So Sunday evening. But we think this will be a really fantastic time. It's not so late that you can't get home, especially you as kids or you that sort of like to prepare for the week. It
You can still go
gives
home and do
plenty of
meal
time.
prep
Yep.
before you go to bed.
Yep. And they have a wonderful kitchen and downstairs like community banquet hall. So I could see us doing like, hey, if you want to stick around and have a community dinner after service, things of that nature. They have a sweet playground for the kiddos. Yes. Right, Susan, isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is our...
Can we also just talk about how hard it was because we tried to translate Birch Church. We tried to translate Birch Church into.
Yes.
like,
Thank
we
you for
tried to-
making
we
this
tried to
point.
merge
We did
live
try to
and
third
virtual,
way
and it
it,
was
yeah.
really tough. It wasn't the same here. Like this was no longer the same
Yes,
experience.
what
for
Donna's
those of
saying.
you.
No, it won't be. Sunday in person will be in person, and virtual will be virtual.
Yeah, so they are separate things
Oh,
now, which I
good.
think is really smart.
Yay! Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, I think
Aw.
that's the right thing. Oh,
Our former
hey,
board member
Gregor.
approves.
Oh, that's
Love
Love you,
fantastic.
Greg.
Can I ask is there a difference between the services? Like, okay, so how
Yes,
would the
they will be
like,
very
it would so you could potentially do both.
They'll be
It
very
wouldn't
different.
just be a
things.
rerun.
Yeah. In fact,
Yes.
Yes.
It'll be different music,
different music,
musicians,
different people leading the music,
different messages,
yeah,
different
different everything,
vibes.
so.
Yeah.
Nice.
We can't, do we like, I mean,
Yes, you should.
the evening will be like more churchy,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
and
yeah.
the live stream will continue to be whatever.
A lot of a lot of thought has gone into, and a lot of conversation with a lot of people has gone into thinking through what people want, and it continues to be at Sojo that people want a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
the both handing is just constant. We're
Yeah.
just constantly both handing, and it all belonging. So
So not much will change with Birch
Thanks,
Church,
Laura.
but,
yeah,
adding
Birch
the
Church will feel the
in-person-
same, but going back to in person will be church.
So
right.
very excited. So in the
Love ya.
coming weeks, we'll continue to sort of talk about it and prepare for it and invite you to partner with us. And by the way, speaking of you, thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support and partnership with our leadership. And Kate and I have felt you all for months with your kindness and your patience and your understanding. So thank you as we have attempted to navigate these unknown waters these last, 2.5 years, really. Thank you. It's really meant a lot to us to feel that support. I know, sad Bridge.
Sad about that too,
But-
friend.
Just come on back when you're ready.
And yeah, Birch Church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, friends.
Okay.
Love y'all.